everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marrol. If you are new here, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate it. So for today's video, I thought it would be fun to do a face maintenance situation. Basically, I need to tint my eyebrows because it all came out from the last time I tinted them and they're looking light and I would just like them to be a bit darker. So it makes my life a little quicker in the morning when I'm getting ready for work at 5 a.m. So that's what we're gonna do today, and we might as well shave our face while we're at it because she's fuzzy. She's a little fuzzy. Nothing wrong with having a fuzzy face. I just like a non-fuzzy face. So it's all personal preference. Do what you will with this information, and let's get on into it. I'm gonna zoom you in a bit. So my eyebrows right now, I did this about 2 weeks ago maybe, so it's time for me to do this. These are my current brows. They're just a little bit messy underneath, but I'm gonna dye them first so that, you know, can really see the hairs that we want to remove, because you never know, there might be some in there that are gonna add to the brow. So let's tint our brows. This is what I use to dye them. This is the Just for Men Mustache and Beard Dye, and I have it in the shade medium brown, M35. And I got this at Superstore and it's lasted me a long time. Like, I've used it probably 4 times now. I still have quite a bit. You can kind of line your eyebrows with Vaseline to prevent staining on like the skin around your brows, but I don't really care, for being honest. I will just, like, the next time I wash my face, I'll just give my brows like a nice scrub, and then usually all the pigment that is stained comes right off. But if you are careful, you can get minimal staining. So we'll just have to go slow, we'll be patient with it, and we'll have some tinted brows in about 7 or 8 minutes. So it comes with these 2 little tubes. This is the color developer and the color base. It did come with a little tray that I was mixing it in, but that tray was nasty because I've used it so many times. So I'm just gonna put it on my little palette here, which is semi-clean, and then we'll mix it up and put it on our brows. And you really need a tiny amount of product. Like, I already put too much, I know I did. So that's the color base, and that's how much color developer I put on. So now I'm gonna just take, so I use just a random eyebrow brush that I don't really care about because I don't really use these for my eyebrows anymore anyway, so it's like, doesn't really matter. So you just take a little brush, mix up the product. Like, look at how much I use, dude. I can't mix it like this, it's gonna go everywhere. So what you will need is obviously our brow dye, this little brow brush, a little spoolie, some sort of cotton round. I use reusable ones, and then usually I'll use the same, like, you can tell that you put hair dye on this, so like I'll try to use the same one, although this has obviously not been used for this purpose yet. And then some micellar water, or even just regular water, you know, just something to rinse it off after. Let's get started. I think I need a bit more of the color. I'm gonna comb my brows. Now I always start on the area where I would be happy with the most pigment, because obviously that's going to be on there for the longest amount of time, and I don't want the front of my brows like super dark. I'm going to start on the like middle towards the tail, and then we'll go back in with the brush at the front with minimal product on it. And then I'm going to do a little back comb action just to make sure all the little hairs are all nice and saturated. And I'm going to just comb through again, just very lightly so I don't like move the product onto any more of the skin. And then I might even just go in with a bit more right in the arch area. It will fade, so you know, if it ends up being a little bit too dark, don't fret, it will fade. And I think I got some up here, so I'm just going to take my finger and wipe it off immediately. I have like a towel down here that I use. Here's one. I'm gonna do the other one. I try not to use Q-tips, but I mean, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so now you have to let it sit for 5 minutes and then you wipe it off. So you can already see they're getting darker, and I did spend a little bit of time kind of touching them up with this Q-tip. There's micellar water on here right now, and you know, just kind of cleaning up the edges to make sure that it didn't go too overboard and too out of the lines. Okay, and now we wait. Look, I literally still have so much product left on this palette. Like, you only need a frickin' pea-size amount, and I took like an edamame size bean. Okay, pretty dark, so we're gonna remove it. So I'm taking my little cotton pad here, and I put some micellar water on it. Now we're gonna wipe them away. Give the skin a little scrub, not too hard. And that is the new and improved brow. See the difference? That one is all clean now, and that one still has the dye on it, and it just looks so much better. I'll insert a little photo of like what the brows looked like before. That's that. Now we have some freshly tinted brows, and I love it. It just makes me feel like fresh, and you know, just makes me feel fresh. Now it's time to groom them, and I'm gonna also put my little spoolie that I used into the box so that I can reuse it. So you want to make sure you have a clean spoolie for the next part. You don't want to just keep adding more dye to them because, you know, it will go awry. Okay, so I've brushed them all up, and now we're just gonna go in and clean up the bottom. Oh man, plucking your eyebrows is just uncomfortable. I'll usually pluck all of like the longer, thicker ones, and then I'll go in and shave the rest of the little one. I just take my little cotton pad again and just kind of rub this area to get any extra dye out of the skin if I can. Like I said, the next time you wash your face, just give them a little extra scrub, and then the skin will be completely free of any dye. So now it's time to go in and shave the face. I just use these little razors. I got these ones off of Kitsch, Kitsch, I think is how you say it or spell it, but you can get them anywhere. Also, you can get them at like Sephora, London Drug, Shoppers, probably Superstore, pretty much, maybe not a Superstore, but any drugstore you can get these at, or you can get them online. So now we're just gonna go in and shave our little face. I have this little pimple patch on over here, which actually probably come off. Anyways, okay, so we're gonna go in and shape our brows with this. I love shaving my freaking unibrow. It just is so quick. Obviously, when you shave, the hairs do grow back a bit faster because you're not actually pulling the follicle out, you're just like shaving them. It's like with waxing. If you were to wax or pluck, the hairs would stay away for longer, but I don't really give a shit. I'll just do this like once a week and then we're golden. So I'm gonna just shave the top, and this will help to get any of the little baby hairs that possibly have dye on them just away, and it'll also make the brows look more crisp. Just like that. And then I need 2 hands for this part, and I'm just gonna kind of hold the brow up a bit and go down. Kind of putting my finger on my brow hair so I don't accidentally shave them off. And just being very gentle and careful, obviously, because you're right around your eye area and you really just want to be super careful. Take a little look. And I'm going to go back in with my tweezer. There we have it, a nice little tinted and shaped brow. And when I go in with my like brow wax later, like when I'm actually doing my brows, they just look so good. I will put the brows on in this video and show you. All right, those are the brows. Now I'm gonna go in and shave my little face. I'm gonna take off this zit sticker. Ow, it's kind of gross. You wanna see it? There's like a little white spot on the sticker where all the stuff came out of the zit. Nasty, brother. I'm gonna try to avoid shaving that area. Maybe I should have left this sticker on. It's too late now. With the same little razor, you want to really make sure that you tuck your sideburns away. You could use it like a little bobby pin if you want to, just because, you know, you could potentially shave them off. And, you know, just like really be careful with these. I have cut myself before, had like little nicks. So, you know, just take your time, be super careful, and go slowly, because you don't want to cut yourself, because it doesn't bleed or anything, but like, you know, it stings a bit. You can feel it for sure. Here we go. We're going to shave our little face. And it's nice because it also takes off some dead skin. So your face is just left feeling so smooth, and it's just magical. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there's like some little dead skin on here and some hairs. I mean, it's kind of gross, but like, not really. It's just like skin off your face. And now we're gonna go in on the mustache. Now I'm gonna get a clean one, and now we're gonna wipe the whole face just to make sure any little hairs are all gone. And this is the time when you'll find out if you cut yourself, because it will sting. Doesn't seem like I cut myself. Nothing is stinging, so success. Okay, now let's fill in our brows and we'll call it a day. So this is my favorite brow routine. Like 100%. I think that this will be a staple for me for the rest of however long I continue to do my eyebrows for the rest of my life. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. The absolute best eyebrow gel I have ever used. It has the best hold. It makes your eyebrows look so fluffy and bushy and feathery, which is everything I want in a brow look at this time of my life. I've worn it to work, lasts literally all day long from like, you know, 12 hours. I have worn it when it's raining out and my brows still tend to stay up. You know, it's like, it's the best. And I can't say enough good things about it. And I love the fact that it's clear. I used the Refi brow gel before, and this is white. This is tinted white. So I've noticed that it leaves like a white cast on my eyes sometimes, or my eyebrow, sorry, sometimes like the skin around it. And I just feel like if you have a deeper skin tone, you'll definitely see a white cast on your eyebrows, which is super annoying. It's like, why would I want to see a white cast on my eyebrows? So that's why I absolutely love this one. I feel like literally everyone can use it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like if you've used the Refi brow gel and you have darker skin and you weren't able to see any white cast, let me know. I would love to know your experience with that product. But my experience, I've seen white cast around my eyebrows and I just don't love it. So we're gonna take our little spoolie with our brow freeze on. Literal perfection. Like I don't even need to add you don't need to do any of this, but I don't even feel like I need to add any brow pen, but I still will just to show you the whole fucking effect. Maybe I'll do one brow at a time. And sometimes when I am grooming my eyebrows, I will trim them, but I trimmed them a couple weeks ago, so I don't think I need to trim them right now. They're not super long. I prefer them to be a bit longer. I think last time I trimmed them a bit too short. Just do a little shaping action. Okay, there's the brow freeze. I'm just gonna take my finger and press the hairs down and the product in, just like that. So I have 3 colors in the brow pen. My favorite so far has been soft brown. I used them yesterday and I can't remember what one I used, but it looked almost like a little bit red. So I'll have to figure out which one I used and probably not use that one again, because I was like, bitch, I don't want fucking red eyebrows. Anyways, so I'm gonna go in with soft brown. I have ash brown, taupe, and soft brown here. I've used soft brown before. This is a new pen. Oh my god, I did this in the dumbest spot I could have ever done. Okay, this one here on the outside is ash brown. Middle one is taupe, and then this one is soft brown. Literally can't, oh yeah, you can see that. So yeah, definitely the middle one is a bit more red tone, and that was the one I used, I guess, the other day. So I'm gonna put that to the side and give it to someone else because I don't want it. I'm gonna go in with ash brown. And like the brows are pretty full on the inner side. On the inner portion of my brows. Why am I having so much trouble talking right now? So I'm just gonna fill out the end. But honestly, like if I was going to work right now, I wouldn't even put any extra brow product in. Like I would just be happy with this and get the fuck out of the house because I'm probably running late. Okay, so now I'm just gonna flick a couple flicks. And that is the brow completed, fully done up. She's ready to go. That's the difference between the two brows. This one is obviously not done, and this one just looks so nice in my opinion. I'm gonna do the other one. All right, there we have it. That is my little skin eyebrow maintenance routine that I like to do at least every 2 weeks. Probably I would say 2 weeks is like my schedule when I do all this. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope that you learned something new. Once again, just be super careful when you're using your razor on your face, near your eyes, just in general. Just be super, super careful, really mindful of what you're doing so that you don't accidentally cut yourself. Like, I would definitely give yourself enough time to do this. If you're running short on time, you're gonna go a bit quicker and you might nick yourself. So just be super careful when you're using your eyebrow razor. Also, one last thing, when you're done with it, take some 70% alcohol, give it a nice spritz, a nice little sanitization back in the lid, and now and now it's ready for another use. And these are reusable, like you can probably use these like 5 times. Thank you once again so much for watching my video today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Also, just be sure to moisturize your face after once you shave it, just so you know it's all hydrated and good to go. I would use a non-scented moisturizer if you've got one. But yeah, okay, bye.